and it can't really capture that economic anxiety, which I think everybody has right now. I mean, and I know I think this was one of the pitfalls of the Democrats is during the election or when Trump won, because the Biden administration had all these numbers saying, well, everything looks fine, right? But some of those stats they cannot, even if everything is, GDP numbers look good or the stock market look good. Like, what does it look on the ground? And it can't really capture that economic anxiety, which I think everybody has right now. Unprecedented inflation. The world seems to be like, completely out of control. You've got worsening climate crisis. You know, food prices are only going to get worse, right? Particularly once we get into cycles of, volatility in food and crop yields, which we will because of change. But all this stuff is baked in, and I think people have maybe they can't articulate it, but they feel it, and it's that economic uncertainty that I think the right has successfully tapped into. And as we said, they have no solutions that aren't sort of beating up on the vulnerable and amongst us. But at least they're putting forward solutions and recognizing and acknowledging that anxiety. And we aren't, or at least we're not taking it. We don't see the urgency and putting forward like real, I think, bold solutions. I think we're just nibbling around the edges about affordability. And the right, particularly the alt-right and the far right, has, I think, as you said, sort of acknowledged and recognized that this is a tremendous organizing moment and opportunity, and have tapped into that. Whereas all of the other sort of parties, they make half measures at it sometimes, but it doesn't seem genuine, it doesn't seem authentic, and it doesn't seem to meet the moment of where people are